Today I'll be giving you a video run through of the current state of the Lenovo ThinkServer Pre-Sales Advisor app, and we'll be demoing this on a 10-inch Android tablet. So if I just launch the app from the home screen, the first page that loads is the home page, and this is split up into three slices, the first one being the Browse ThinkServer range. And from this slice we have links to the Browse Families page, so we can jump straight to a family group to start browsing the models and families. We have a link to the Accessories and Services page, and also to the Competitor Matching page, which means you can look for models based on a particular competitor model. In the Featured Product slice, we have current featured models, and at the moment this is split up into two groups, ThinkServer and Enterprise Storage. We can look at the Enterprise Storage models by tapping the tabs like so, or by swiping, like so. And as we're currently using it in a public mode, i.e. we didn't log in, the Your Solutions slice has no solutions tile showing, but we do have a login prompt telling the user that if they did log in, they would then see their solution saved there. If we go back up to the top, across the whole app we have this top action bar, and so from every page we'll be able to perform a search, and also there are additional options available on every page. If I open that list up, we have Settings, Tools and Login. So this indicates that the user can log in from whichever page they are currently on. So if I tap Login now, and you can see the login form, it's pre-populated with the distributor user details for speed reasons for this demo. So if I just tap Login, the page now refreshes with this user's details. So we're a distributor user, and the saved solutions for this user now appear below here in a list of tiles. And to give you an idea of the adaptable layouts for the Android app, I'll rotate. And this particular tablet is a 10-inch, so in landscape mode we have a lot more space horizontally. So this layout has adjusted accordingly. We now have these tiles to the right. And if I scroll down, you can see 4 tiles have now appeared for the featured scroller. And in the Your Solutions list, we now have a 3-column grid layout, allowing more tiles to be seen on screen at once. I'll just rotate back to portrait and we'll demo the rest of the app in portrait mode. First place I'll go is the Browse Families page, so I'll tap on the Rack Servers tile. This takes us to the Browse Families and Models page with the Rack Servers group pre-selected. We have a small amount of information about rack servers, and then below this a list of the families for this group appear here. If you'd like to change the family group and the families that you want to view, you can open the filter pane, and here you can see the family groups appear as expandable lists. If we tap one of the groups, you can then select a family from here and you'll see a list of models for that family in the associated page. If I just leave it on the group view for now, we can tap through to a family. So I'll choose the RS140 here. This takes us to the family summary page. On this page we have an image gallery with images for this particular family. We also have options here. We have compatible options link, we have technical specification, also a features link which give you an overview of its selling points, and we have 3 more slices on this page. We have the models slice, competitive analysis and resources. So if I just scroll the models slice, these are all of the models that this family has, and I can choose one of these models view its model summary page. Let's choose this one. So this takes us to the model summary page. You can see it's similar to the family page, i.e. we have these slices here, but we don't have a model slice as we are on a model, and we also have particular messaging here. So this one has a focus model message in green, and there may also be amber and yellow messaging if a model has them. And you can see at the top there are 3 prices showing for this model because we're logged in as a distributor user. So we have the 3 prices, and the primary one is picked out, being the C price at the moment due to it being a distributor. We also have links to configure this model if the user wishes. So if I tap the configure button here or here, this takes us to the configurator page for this model. So the user can start to configure this model now. At the top we have the ongoing total prices for the current configuration. So as selections are made, these prices will update. And below this you can see we have the parts list split up into subcategories, so the user can choose their processor or memory or RAID, etc. And if I just open the filter pane here, you can see that the user may jump to a particular category rather than scrolling this main view. If they wish to jump to one, they can use this. So this is the main view scrolling. Currently we're looking at this in the all categories mode, i.e. all of the categories are showing. If the user wishes to look at one category at a time, they can use the view switcher here. If I change that to single category, you can now see only one category will appear at a time. We can again use the filter pane to change which category we're viewing. So we can go to RAID, close the filter, and now only the RAID options are appearing. I'll switch back to the full list for this demo, and you can see some of the categories have included items, and if you have included items as part of the base unit build, you can see they're uneditable, i.e. it shows you there are one, but the user cannot remove this or increase this option. And here you can see this has been checked as it is a single selection for this processor, but it's disabled, i.e. the user cannot remove that. I'm going to make some selections to show you the pricing updating. So if I tap onto this quantity box here for this particular memory part, the keyboard appears. I can make a selection, so I'll make a selection of 1. We can tap next, so we can update the quantities of the parts next in the list. We'll add one of that one too. We can close the keyboard if we don't want to make any more selections on this, and you can see that the pricing has updated as you make selections. And also, if the user wants to see a quick view of the current selections, they can tap this link here, and this gives a selections pop-up which also shows the included items. But as these are included, there are no remove icons. There are only remove icons next to the parts that we have added manually. So if the user wishes to quickly remove these, they can tap the remove icon. They're removed from the current build. The pricing has updated, i.e. the totals have reduced, and you can also see that the selections have gone too. They've resorted back to the 0. Okay. As I said earlier, a user may wish to log in from this point or log out. So I'll just show you the log out method. If we tap the overflow icon and tap log out, the page will reload, and you can see the pricing has updated, i.e. only one price is now appearing as we're a public user. And also you can see they can carry on to configure this build if they wish. Okay, I'll just demonstrate the validation error messaging if we make a selection that triggers an error. So if I tap into the quantity box here and tap 9, as I know that will trigger an error, you can see the configurator has calculated that that has exceeded the memory capacity, and it has told the user with the validation message up here. And if I tap back into this quantity field and type 1, now this has become a valid build. The error disappears and the user can carry on configuring. Now once the user has finished their selections, they can tap Review Summary in the bottom action bar. This takes us to the Summary tab for the configurator page, and you can see this is their total price for the configuration they have made, and also gives a breakdown of only the selected items. So you can see all of the included items are here, the base chassis that they are configuring, and also we added one of this item manually, so you can see that that is also appearing here in the memory section. And once the user is happy with this configuration, this is where they would then save, or if they're a public user, they can then send to a dealer. Okay, that is all I'd like to demo today on the Android app. Thank you very much.